Hey, you guys, welcome to a lunch break with Latanya Vibes. How y'all doing? I know I've been a little late, but Latanya ain't been eating lunch. I've been sitting with my feelings on lunch for the last few lunch breaks that I didn't had. Today on the menu, well, welcome to Soul and Soil podcast. If you're new here, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Soulies. We're glad to have you here. Today on the menu, what's on y'all's menu? Tell me in the comments. But today is a cucumber and tomato salad drenched in a good avocado lime ranch from Chick-fil-A. And a grilled steak provided by Latanya Bob's Kitchen. So let's get into it. As we digest and marinate and salivate on this, we will marinate and salivate on the topic of be the change that you wish to seek, be around the people that genuinely uplift you and see you, and say the things that need to be said. So recently, I realized that I was in a season where I just felt like I was suppressing to get by. Like I was just doing what I could do mentally, physically, emotionally every day to get by. But when I stopped suppressing and I actually started to feel my like emotions and the things that came up, to be honest with you guys, I feel like I don't resonate with where I am right now. And that's a scary thing to not only admit to yourself, but it is even more psychotic to decide that I'm going to record a video of me saying this and then posting it, right? Because it's like to the world, we always want to appear that we have this shit together, that we have everything figured out, that we're always in alignment. And the thing is, to be in alignment, to have the things figured out, to do the things that you aspire to do, it requires you sitting in the experience. You can't rush through the experience. I mean, you can, but the results are not. It's not tea. It's not giving what it could have gave. It's not giving piping hot tea, right? It's giving lukewarm tea where it could have been. It's like it's good, but it could be a little better. It could be a little better, right? So this came about because Latanya basically had a mini crash out at work, which I try to like talk about work without talking about work. But let's be clear, Latanya had a crash out at work. It took like maybe one more request that hit my motherfucking email inbox that it sent me on the edge. Sent me on the edge. And I was so dead set ready to walk out that motherfucking building yesterday. I said, I'm clearly not in alignment. I am out of tune. And when I was crashing out, I'm one of those people that when I'm dealing with my emotions, I am not projecting on others. I know exactly what I'm upset about, who I'm upset about. Like I understand the space, so I don't necessarily lash on others, but I definitely will crack down in on myself. So in the midst of the crash out, I was going to go about it Latanya's way, which is don't say shit about it, do your own thing, just move in silence. But I finally decided to just share with the class, and the class being my coworkers, what I felt on certain matters that were going on at work, certain ways that we were handling each other. And I'm not talking about within my area, but like just in general in the company. Felt like how we were handling things, processes and things, it just wasn't giving what it needed to get, right? And me, I'm one of those people where I'm a fixer, and it's hard for me to be in a space and not see that a change needs to be made and not make it. And in the past, I've kind of been shunned or put to the side or exiled because I say the things that people feel but don't want to say out loud. And so then I decided to take it upon myself to bless the world with the words. And people are like, Latanya, we're not supposed to say what we were really thinking. Or it's like they realize they think the same thing, but it's like we don't know how to go about bringing change. So it's just better to leave things alone. And I was not raised to see a problem, ignore the problem, and act like it doesn't exist and only address it when it comes up. Was not raised that way. And so it's been like a character conflict this entire time of me being in this experience because I'm just like, I'm ready to move in purpose. I felt like I was moving in purpose, but I realized that every time I'm moving in purpose in this space, it's meeting with adversity, and everyone's like, this is beyond you. This is beyond you. It's kind of like, in the same sense, they are acknowledging that I'm right, but also telling me stay in a child's place. And this ain't no child. This is a grown ass 32-year-old woman. And so, yeah, you're not going to be able to little girl me in these scenarios. So I basically started saying what needed to be said. And I remember I'm so used to receiving the backlash or basically adversity to saying the things that need to be said. Or I get bad reactions because it's like, babe, we're not ready to deal with that shit. And here you go bringing it up. Shut the fuck up. For the first time, I wasn't met with that. And I think that I genuinely needed that experience, not only for me right now, but also for me to continue to navigate going further, because it showed me that life is going to be shitty in a lot of areas. But for one, if you see something, say something, because a lot of times it's the fear that is keeping anybody else from saying it. Two, so you say the thing that needs to be said and you do the things that need to be done. Once you say what you need to say, it's up to other people to act accordingly or maneuver or change or do whatever that needs to be done or ignore you, right? It's up to them to choose to receive or not receive what you decided to put up out on the table, right? But once you receive what they get or like how their reaction is going to be to it, that's when you just move accordingly, right? And so, like I said, in the past, every time I have brought up, whether that was in relationships, friendships, family, in other professional settings, I felt like and it's like I'm a builder, right? I'm a ticking time bomb. I'm the type that I would let certain things like slide, but I'm not really letting it slide because honestly, I'm taking a note of it. I'll be taking notes, but then once you hit that last bullet point on that page and ain't no extra page lines to be able to give you, that's when Latanya's gonna be like, yeah, you're playing. And now I'm gonna say something else. And now you're not gonna like my reaction because I waited. I waited. And I was like, girl, you know what? You gonna say what needs to be said, and you ain't gotta show up tomorrow. And I let them know. I said, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. I'm done. Okay, I'm done. They're like, Latanya, no, no, no. And at first, I'm so used to people being so surface level with me that I was just like, bullshit, bullshit. But this is where those things you genuinely need the right people around you. I am in a space where these women have walked many of my lives that I'm actively walking in right now. And I think that sometimes we get so caught up in our own experience that we discredit the fact that others might have shared a similar experience to us. And we are seeing the walking embodiment of them getting through whatever that stage was or that experience was. And so we get in our head like this, we're the only ones, when that's really not the case. And so it took, I think it was three individuals that literally poured into my soul, and they all did it unintentionally. One was more a little bit intentional because I was at the crash out, but a few of them were like unintentionally because they did not know where I was at capacity wise, and they just showed up in my life and poured into me in ways that I haven't had, like just being so clear, just like pouring into me, making me feel valued, making me feel seen. And so I went home and I had to wake up today and make the decision on if I was going to go back in today or not. And as y'all see, I'm dressed and I'm doing lunch break. Listen, y'all just watch. I'm going to give you a shout. So I get dressed this morning. I sat on the couch in my nice little VC green robe, velvet robe. I said, we could walk into a whole new era today, but we technically haven't really thought about the next era because we've been living so fucking focused, hyper focused in this era. But you know how you are. You're magic. We can start today. Then the other side of me was like, you are finally in a space where you are protected. You're meeting people that are helping you grow and develop in ways that other people in your life have never sparked that in you. And not only do they like love you through it, they allowed me to have a bad reaction and they still love me and they still showed up. And it was no, we're going to exile her and make her feel some type of way because she was insane for crashing out. I want y'all to know that I woke up, I got dressed. I forced it. I did force it. I didn't really want to get dressed. It took me to the last minute to throw some clothes on, get them kids up out that house. But when I tell you, I got to work and I was so uneasy in the car. I'm like, you just made a big ass fucking fool of yourself and you said everything that you can't take back. And normally I don't care because I'm not going back after I say the things I say. But I said, you know what? Go in there out of respect for my mentor. And when I tell y'all I got in there, these motherfuckers was clapping for me. I got the biggest round of applause for coming up in that office today. And the first thing I did, I gave them that stink ass, like, girl, like, don't be doing all that. I walk out right now. I got right now. I like it right now. But they was just cheering me on and they're like, yes! And when I tell you each of those women, including a woman that I normally be low key beefing with, but it's just because we do not operate the same. That's just really what it is. We come from two different cloths. So just respect. We can now we've reached a space in our connection where it's like we respect cloths. She might come over here and try to rub my cloth a little bit, but it's out of like, I know who she is, I know what I'm getting, and I'm cool. And her intents and it's not bad. Like, she ain't got no ill will towards me, so chill, Tanya. I just be, because if you bring it to me, because I mean, okay, so boom. They said I come into applause, and each of these people came to me and shared to me personally how they felt about what I said, and everything that I got was positive feedback. Down to now, there's certain changes that are going about because I had something to say and I expressed my way self in a certain way. And I remember when she asked me yesterday, she's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" I said, "Listen, I just feel like the world perceives the bitch as an assistant. Y'all perceive some Latanya as a helping, supporting role, and I'm the main motherfucking character, and you cannot do that." You can, and it was like I realized I was even more disappointed because I wasn't even mad at them yesterday. I was mad at how I've been downplaying my own damn self. I've been downplaying myself and picking it to be safe and digestible for others. And now Latanya has genuinely been seeking self, getting in real, like being real with myself about shit. And because of that, and having this trust being built, because we're like, okay, Latanya, I see you. You're not suppressing me. You're actually hearing me out. You're not trying to give me no weak ass excuse. You're not gaslighting me out of what I see. Right? It just showed me why be the change that you wish to see. Meaning, I was basically doing the same thing that they were doing. I was having issues with what was going on, and I just was like taking it on the chin, taking it on the chin. Have people around you that love you, because yesterday showed me the difference. Because if I would have went to the people that I used to go to in the past for comfort, yesterday would have been even worse. And Latanya, that would have been probably her 13th reason. Okay, and once a week I get a 13th reason. So like that would have been 13th reason a little too early in the week, midweek, right? And because of them, I was able to show up today, feel uplifted in who I was, have a confidence in myself, and I was genuinely fucking shocked. I'm just going to be honest, I was shocked. And so I guess that when I say this, even if somebody's like, "Bitch, why are you talking about work?" It's one of those things about your environment genuinely does matter. And sometimes when you're in an environment or you're in an assignment or you're in a mission that you feel that you have been divinely guided to, sometimes that situation is there to uplift you. That season's there to show you who you are through others' eyes in a way that you can receive it. And a lot of times I keep going into a mission thinking that I'm there to serve a purpose. And sometimes I'm only there for someone to serve me. And that's for somebody, because there's a lot of fixers out here. I'm not the only fixer. And that's why when I go to an organization, I'll be like, you know what, Latanya, you're not going into those spaces being who you genuinely are and allowing them to accept or deny that, and then continuing to move like that. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of like rejection is one of those things where I just like, rejection, what's that? I'm not allowed to have anything that I desire in this world. What do you mean, rejection? But then when that rejection hit, that do a little, it did a little number. I mean, now rejection now is kind of like, I get excited about it because I be like, okay, yeah, you rejected me, but now watch how I'm about to play this shit. And that's in jobs, and that's in personal life, relationships, whatever. Like, I just get like that with myself. I get in that little game. I be like, hold on, rejection? Oh yeah, you used to whip my ass. Rejection, you used to hold me in my mother. You used to have a mission in the corner, like, yeah, I'm not coming out there. Go ahead, do it. Let them do it, dang. Now it's like I get rejection. I'm like, damn. So that means that actually what's meant for me is better than this, and I'm gonna settle for this, but it gets better. So yeah, that's the message for the day, y'all. I'm gonna say this: it's okay to have bad days. It's okay to not show up 100% every single day, but I do want you to know how important it is to have a community around you. And I remember there was a woman, Professor Broussard. She said this to me in like 2022, 2023. She was like, girl, you need a community. This was when I was fresh, like a late 20s. And she was pouring into me. She said, babe, you need a community. Even I thought I could do it on my own. And when it came to me having to raise 3 children, it was the community that allowed me to get there. And I realized that I didn't necessarily, because I didn't have a community for myself, I never expected a community for my children. But I didn't realize by giving my own self a community that also is extended to my children. And now I genuinely have that. I genuinely, I have that. And I'm going to take full favor in it. And I hope you guys do too. And you can't say you ain't got a community because you right here. You right here. What you mean? Latania's in your community. The fuck? All right, y'all. I need to get ready to go back. I love you guys and I hope you have an amazing day, okay?